Hooble dooble doo, my peeps and tiddly peeps. Today I've got a couple of 4Ks that I picked up from HMV, and you've probably guessed that they're Batman related from the title of the video. We have everyone's favourite Batman films. We have Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. I joke. They don't have the best reputation. I like them. I think Batman Forever is actually. I think this is actually quite a good film. It does have a lot of problems, but I do think it's good. I like Val Kilmer as Batman. I think there's some good character stuff. It's the only one of the four Burton Schumacher films that I think really sort of explores Batman's, psyche. And yeah, I think it's quite a good film. Shame about uh, Tommy Lee Jones as Two Face. He's terrible in this, but yeah, though I think it's quite good. And Batman and Robin, it is a bad film, but it's a fun bad film. And to be honest, I've got a lot of affection for it because when I was like 6 or 7 years old, this was like my favourite film. I love this film because it was really bright and colourful, and I also had that you could get like this is a few years after the film came out, so you could get the toys like really cheap. So I had some of the action figures from this, so I've got a lot of fondness for it. I mean, I'll be the first one to admit it's a crap film, but it's an enjoyable crap film, Um, yeah. So this is the uncut version of Batman Forever. It was originally here in the UK. It was for many years. It was edited. It had some violent bits removed to get a PG certificate. Because back then the 12 certificate was around, but it was 12. It wasn't 12A. It was 12. You had to be 12 and over. And then eventually, I think about 20 years ago, they made it 12A, which meant kids could go and see it if they were accompanied by an adult. So it was made advisory. But back then, 12 was like strict. You had to be over 12. So they wanted this to be more like family friendly than the first two, which were 12. So yeah, they cut it for PG, and some of the edits are very very silly. There's a channel called GnC Films, and they do a series called Cutting Edge, which looks at films that were like cut by the BBFC or the MPAA, and they did a video about this, and some of the things that were cut out are just like really silly. I'll put a link to that video in the description because it's a very good, very interesting video if you want to see what was edited out. And also check so you can check their channel out because they make some. If you're interested in film censorship, I recommend watching their videos quite highly. But yeah, it was released uncut about 2005, I think, for like the special edition DVD. But I've never, I don't think I've ever seen the uncut version because I had it on video when I was a kid, and then I had the original DVD, the one from like the late 90s. They were both cut, and then I did get the Blu-ray. So I had the Blu-ray at some point of this film, but I don't think I ever watched it, so I've never seen it uncut. So it'll be nice to actually see the full film, in a way. Just show you the box. Yeah, a lot of people don't like these because they don't think Batman films should be, goofy. It's kind of missing the point, really. I mean, it's a film about a man who dresses up as a bat. I mean, that's inherently silly. Things like I think, as much as I like The Dark Knight and The Batman, especially The Batman, they're very good films, but at the same time, it's like making like a film about a bloke who a rich bloke who dresses up as a bat at night and beats people up. It's like, it's an inherently kind of silly concept. You can't make it too realistic because it just doesn't, it's not believable. So you kind of, I think the best comic book, generally, I have this trouble, not going to, well, I guess I am going a bit of a rant, but this idea that comic book films have to be very serious, very adult, and it's like, it's people wearing silly costumes, beating each other. It's like, it can't be too realistic. The more realistic it is, the sillier it seems. So you kind of have to have it quite stylized, which these are very stylized. There's the disc there. So the superhero films I tend to like the stuff like this, and the Burton films, and the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, the ones that are kind of stylized. Because to me it's like, well, it's a comic book. It should be. Comic books are very stylized. That's the medium, so the adaptation should reflect that. But again, I do really like. I like the first two Dark Knight films, Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, and I like the Batman. The Dark Knight Rises. Ooh, it's all right, but it has a lot of problems, I think. But yeah, That's how I picked up. What do you guys think of Batman and Robin and Batman Forever? Do you think do you like them as well, or do you think do you are you looking at this video and thinking, oh, he likes those two films, I can't take anything he says seriously, unsubscribe. So, what do you think? Let me know what you think of them, and do you have the 4Ks? Let me know what the picture quality is like on the 4Ks. I've heard they're quite good, but it'll be interesting to hear from someone who's watched them, haven't he? So yeah. Anyway, I will see you all next time.